This week, November 18th through 24, 2020, Guided Oracle Messages. Hey loves, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you are here, thank you so much for checking out my channel, checking in with me. I hope that oh my God, why do I have bugs in my house? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are here, thank you for checking me out. Hi guys, thanks so much for checking out my YouTube channel and coming back. I hope you were able to check out the first video I created on this channel, which is called You Are Not Alone, How I Realized I Suffered from an Eating Disorder. That video was super personal. It motivated me to create this channel because I felt like I wanted to share a message that other people could connect to. So along with that video and other health and wellness videos that I plan on producing, I decided that my path includes doing guided oracle messages. So this week's message will be from November 18th to the 24th, and I'll be pulling from the Earth Warriors Oracle deck, which I'm super excited about because I have my own personal relationship with this deck. I've pulled cards that have shown me things that I've needed to work on, given me guidance at its right when I needed it. And the deck is The Rise of the Soul Tribe of Sacred Guardians and Inspired Visionaries. And if you notice, there's a lot of like indigenous artwork on the cover, and a lot of the cards are images of different gods and totems and things of that nature. So a little more about the deck. I'm pulling the cards out and things now, but I do want to show you the back of the deck. This is what it looks like. And it says, a new world is being born. It is founded upon love and higher consciousness instead of fear, hate, and greed. This new world is gaining ground, becoming stronger, yet it also needs its protectors during this precious and important time of birth. Earth warriors are the guardians, guides, and way showers for the new world, inspiring its people to prosper and thrive in harmony with the wisdom of life. Defying convention and living from the heart, Earth warriors urge the human race forward with enormous positive energy and a passionate desire for meaningful contribution and sacred purpose. Willing to shake things up for the right cause, the Earth warriors bring truth out of darkness when others who trade in fear would wish to keep it hidden. Earth warriors are the wise, wild ones, cracking open mainstream consciousness with their loving awareness of freedom and grace. They are the bright lights, the holy hustlers, the creative visionaries, and the sacred guardians of the soul. Earth Warriors Oracle taps into the universal tribal wisdom and pure spiritual guidance to empower your soul with courage and optimism to discover the Earth Warrior within and fulfill its sacred purpose. Now, that was a mouthful, but I read that because that's why I love the deck so much. It's really speaking to a generation of people who are looking to change the systems that we have in place, that are looking to step into who they truly are in this world, whether it be who they're meant to be at the end of life astrologically, or tapping into their human design system, or tapping into their spiritual self and understanding how to get spiritual guidance, whether it's through oracle cards or tarot or whatever, or prayer and meditation, whatever form or system you choose. So as a yogi, I practice yoga, I meditate. I also grew up in an actual Jehovah's Witness background. So it's really interesting that I'm even getting into, I shouldn't say getting into, because I've been working with cards on and off. I've had battles with shame around that, because when you grow up Jehovah's Witness, you don't use oracle cards, you don't use any sort of tool that is divination based. And again, everyone has their own connection. For me, I realized the religion didn't align with the person I felt like I was meant to be in the world, and I left. And during that period, I found a connection to spirit, to God, in a completely different way. For me, I connect with crystals, I connect with my ancestors, I connect with God through nature, I connect with God through the lifestyle I have, the type of foods I eat, the way I treat people, and also, like I mentioned, through meditation, prayer, and through using tools. So today's tool is the Earth Warriors Oracle, and this is the guidebook. And the guidebook, basically, once I pull the card, I will read, each card has a number and a picture. So I will read the snippet and then give my own personal guidance as well. So let's spread the cards out on the table. And I'll show you some of the pictures. The cards are super beautiful. This one has a butterfly. This was the card I had pulled that I wanted to revisit, the Pasha Karmak. I want to make sure I say it right. I love this card. Nourishment of Soul. Just beautiful imagery. But with no further ado, let me pull the card. I'm flipping all the cards over. This is the card I pulled. And I tried to put it back because I had pulled this already multiple times, but there's a reason it's pulled again for this video. I pulled this card last week for my Instagram. That's so crazy. You know what? I pulled that card and read the guided message on Instagram, or put a bit of it. So if you want to read that, you are definitely welcome to. I feel like this came out for a reason to share that, but because that was my original first public guided oracle message, but I am going to pull another card special for YouTube. So mixing the cards up again. Nice. We pulled number 13. Ichel. She's beautiful. And it says Medicine of the Rainbow Jaguar. So now let's look in the book for the guided message on it. It actually could have been the one I had flipped to earlier when I was showing the page, which is kind of crazy. But let's get into it. It says, Ichel protects you now as you transition from one life phase to the next. With her rainbow light, this guardian goddess instructs you on how to use great power with wisdom to nourish only what is worthy. Using jaguar medicine with perfect timing, she confronts that which is unworthy of her devotion, eradicating destructive forces and creating space for healing, relief, and rebirth. Her presence is the wild power of the jaguar, the renewal promise of the rainbow, and divine feminine creativity. All darkness shall be overcome. Wow. So I'll show the card again and I'll hold it up for a second. Don't look at my nails, y'all. I gotta get them done. But it's beautiful. All right, and then now that you've had some time, and you can pause the video on that picture or on that visual of the card so you can spend more time with it. But what I love about it is that it's saying that we are stepping into a new phase of life, whether you are transforming because of the season change and you're using this time to study or to rethink who you are as a person, or if your life is about to be shaken up in a way, or it could be the changes within the world. Like, the world does not look like what it used to, and based on what we're hearing on the news, it's not gonna look like what it's even been looking like for the past few months. It's very likely we're going to be locked down again, and it's not something I try to worry too much about, because I do feel like it is a period of expansion and transformation and growth, and a time to spend a lot of time with ourselves. It says the darkness shall be overcome. So this period of change, it's kind of like a tower moment. If you have a knowledge of tarot, tower moments are major life changes and upheavals, and we are going through another one individually and collectively as a society. Now let's continue. Let's go into the spiritual guidance of this card. So she is the goddess of the rainbow of light and is responsible for sending rain to nourish the crops and ensuring fertility in life. She overturns her divine womb and allows sacred life-giving rain to fall into the soul, promoting growth. The rainbow light is an oracle of renewal. This is your sign that all is in accord with life, that new beginnings shall stem from the past, that there is power to create, and that what is beautiful, necessary, and healing shall flow to you and through you into the world. So what I love about that message is that it taps into the idea of being vulnerable to the world around you, being open to the changes that are meant to come with major transformation and upheaval. It talks about growth. It talks about fertility and creative projects. We know that fertility, especially with women, can sometimes refer to the womb, but it also can refer to creativity. It can refer to tapping into your sacral energy or your sacral space, which could be your childlike energy, creative energy. And with this mentioning the past, I gather that there could be projects, old projects that you are going back to, or old projects that you've worked on that you might now be able to revisit or find success in. So it seems like with everything going on that there's still so much promise and growth and newness in the world. And even though we are in a season of like winter and cold and death, with that comes life, and we can focus on rebirthing and bringing newness into the world. It says, Ichel, and I hope I'm saying her name right, holds jaguar medicine. Jaguar thrives in many environments, being able to climb, run, and swim. Just like we have to thrive now in this environment of change and unsurety of the systems that we have or thought had been put in place for us. We're realizing, one, that they're not in place for us, and we have to now adjust to new developments and new changes. Because of its mastery over height, distance, and water, it is said at a spiritual level to hold power throughout all dimensions. Its medicine brings ability to move in darkness without fear, to see clearly through chaos, to evade, and to destroy. Jaguar medicine is fierce, decisive, powerful, and irreversible. Jaguar medicine is brought to you now for your own soul journey. A definitive conquering of darkness is at hand. Ichel's teachings include her story of falling passionately in love with a man who did not respect her. Eventually, to get away from him, she shapeshifted into a jaguar, becoming invisible whenever he sought her out. In this way, she evaded him and saved herself, and the world which relied upon her bounty and vitality from destruction. Ichel teaches us for the need to confront what isn't working in our lives, including the influence of negative people. Honestly, without fear or compromise, Jaguar is not a halfway medicine. If we allow unworthy influences to take up residence in our minds, our hearts, our souls, even just a little, they will eventually be our undoing, eroding our happiness, self-esteem, vitality, and ability to fulfill our passionate purpose. Wow. There is so much more there, which is why I recommend, if anything I say resonates, get the deck yourself and deep dive into the card, which is what I ended up doing, which led me on this path with it. But it's saying that you have to be okay with letting go. in order to really transform and grow into the person you want to become, and that most importantly you're meant to be. Because sometimes we don't know the person we want to become, right? But we all are on a path of wanting to be our highest self and grow into our highest selves, and that is what the medicine requires. It requires us spending more time tapping into our creative energy, and it requires us being okay with having boundaries, being okay with saying no, and cutting off things that are not for us, that do not align with the direction we're headed to in life. Being able to say, I don't align with that. And sometimes that's not just a career opportunity or a certain show or music that you used to watch that you resonated with that you may not anymore. Sometimes it's people. And how do we navigate that? That's going to be another video, but it's telling you navigate that with the spirit of the jaguar, and really listening to the medicine and really tapping into what your needs are, taking that time through your own spiritual practice to be guided by what your soul is telling you. So I give you information through these cards, but if you choose to do a deeper dive into what your spirit is telling you, even a clearer answer and more clear-cut and direct answer will come from. When we think of the jaguar is a big cat, and they're fierce, they're fast, they're ferocious. They operate with sword energy. If you understand tarot, I have an understanding of tarot, so I tend to reference it a lot with other card decks. But that sword energy is someone that's cutthroat, they're decisive, they come at you quick. But that doesn't mean they're mean, but they know what they want. So how do we tap into that energy? As we operate from a creative and flowing space is the balance that we need, and is what the oracle cards are showing us today. So I hope you love this video. I cannot wait to do more guided oracle messages with the Earth Warriors Oracle deck. It's a tongue tie. So I really love this deck. I'm happy to share it with you guys, and keep checking in. I'll be doing weekly polls from this deck. So subscribe to this channel if you want to see more polls. Check the timestamp if you want to watch this video again and just go back to the reading, and look out for more videos from me on this channel. Love you guys. Nice checking in, and I cannot wait to get these nerves in check, because y'all, the videos will be flying. So bye for now, and see you next week.